Where did you shoot the video for Kissin' in the Kitchen?
That was at a brewery in Airdrie.
Oh, okay.
They're not around anymore, but they were called Fitzsimmons Brewing.
Fitzsimmons Brewing.
Yeah,
okay.
And then we did a lot of the driving scenes just down a back road just outside of Airdrie.
That's cool.
So,
what car was that again?
That was a 57 Galaxy.
Galaxy.
Yeah,
that's cool.
And I love old cars too.
Yeah,
like they're.
Do you have an old car?
So I don't have one personally.
They're a money hole.
Yeah, it's funny. The album cover for Kissin' in the Kitchen,
on
Spotify and stuff, is my car. So
which is what?
It's a '78 Chrysler Cordoba.
Oh, okay.
So if you remember, like,
I remember
back in the
I
day,
had a Cordoba in my garage. It wasn't
there
mine,
you go.
But yeah.
Yeah, so that was my grandpa's car. So he bought it brand new in '78 for $7,000.
Wow.
And he drove it all over the place. But yeah, my dad kind of inherited it for his 50th birthday.
Wow.
So
and it's still going strong.
It's still going strong.
Wow.
So everything is original on it. So we've changed the wheels out. We put bigger wheels and rims on it, but still the original paint and everything.
Original engine?
Original engine.
So a 318?
It's a 360.
360? Ooh,
360.
Nice. Wow.
Yeah. So yeah,
quick little car.
She purrs pretty loud, but yeah, I mean, I've always loved it just because that was kind of the thing. Like, in the garage, grandpa's car sitting in there.
Yeah.
Right. But
that's cool.
Yeah. I love old cars. So.
Was that the car that had, there was an ad on TV where they had, what's the guy's name?
Ricardo Montalban.
Ricardo Montalban, right. Rich Corinthian leather.
Yeah, that's right. Rich Corinthian leather. That's right.
Oh man, that's so cool.
I've watched it back, like, because I mean, I've obviously wasn't around during that time, but my favorite is just when he gets in there and he's like, what I get from an automobile, I know I get from this new Cordoba. Like, it's very
That's so good.
Yeah, but it just makes it like, it's like that luxury.
Yeah.
Right? Which is like super cool. It always had like that little Spanish guitar and they're like,
yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So do you have to do anything to that car or is it good to go?
It's good to go.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and just, the normal maintenance on anything else. But
wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so it's still going strong, and I mean, I just know, like, hopefully it's going to be mine someday.
Yeah.
Right? Which is kind of neat.
Just put your name on it.
That's right. Exactly.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've always loved old cars, but it's a money pit.
Yeah. That's crazy now, like, the amount of old cars you see, like, that are, either just, like, passed down or, like, some, I remember, so that we just had an old car for the album cover of our new song. Mm-hmm. And the guy was like, he's like, I have had this car in my family for like 5-6 years. And he's just like, it's been in movies and everything.
Really?
Like, yeah. It's just like all over the place.
Wow. Here's a little car trivia, Calgary related. So the drummer for Loverboy used to live in Calgary.
That's right.
And he had, do you know?
I don't know.
Lamborghini Yelpa.
No way.
Jalpa.
Wow.
And he sold it, and it was advertised. It's hard to even say it. It was like $37,000.
Wow.
Like,
wow.
That's insane. You couldn't buy that car for you couldn't even get that car. There's no. It wouldn't be available.
Yeah. No kidding.
And it had history.
Yeah, exactly.
And it was under $40,000, and it was on sale for quite a while.
That is insane.
Yeah, it was. I saw it. I saw it on the street one time, and then, oh man.
Yeah.
How did we not know?
Well, and it's just crazy. Man. Like, I think now, like, you find so much more appreciation for them.
Yeah.
Like, like we had the Cordoba, my grandpa growing up, but he also had like an old Impala.
Oh yeah.
And I remember my dad's told me the story countless times of how he was like, he's like, do you want, because he got his driver's license and he needed a car. So he said, well, either you can have the Impala or I'm going to sell it. And he's like, no, just sell it.
Yeah.
Like, it was like, at that point, it's like, it's an old man's car.
It's 35 feet long.
Exactly, right? It's a boat, right? So, but then he sold it. But then now he's like, oh, I wish he kept that car.
Yeah. Yep. There's Impalas in all kinds of hip hop videos all the time.
It's true.
So, yeah.
But yeah, like I've always tried to incorporate that, like, in my music, just because I have such like a strong passion for them. And, I think from my first song till now, there's been an old car in there somewhere.
Really? Yeah.
Right? So.
That's funny, eh? It's funny how, like, cars have this weird, visceral sort of thing that we, like, they're weirdly important, but not to everybody. There's lots of people that are like, Uber all the way.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. But yeah, it's like a whole world in its own.
Yeah. I learned a bad lesson not that long ago about cars, and I really love that Coke bottle look of the 70s Barracuda.
Oh yeah.
And I loved it more than the Dodge Challenger.
Right.
Which was the sister.
Right.
So I bought one that was decent, but needed fenders. It needed, undercarriage. It needed a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
The difference in price tag from a fender for a Barracuda to the Dodge product was like, if you could get it 5 to 10 times.
Yeah.
5 to 10 times. It is so similar. You could almost take a hammer and change it.
Yeah.
Like, bad lesson, man. I wish I had learned that one earlier.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. Like, I know, like, there's like the iconic line that came out like in the 70s of like that B body, car, whatever. Yep. But yeah, I think like, it's funny. You'll see like an old Monte Carlo.
Yeah.
And how similar it looks to my car too.
Yeah.
Like the headlights and all.
Yeah. Like there was, I think it was like, I'm drawing in the air, but it was this kind of odd L shape that they were trying to connect to. Like it showed I guess it's like the B or C pillar behind you.
Right.
And then it comes out to the front. So
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
yeah, I learned to drive in a Monte Carlo.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. And big front end. It's funny, we always, you're beside a car and it's like that, just the hood alone is about the size of a car nowadays.
Yeah.